Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Pizzaboy, as I'm calling it. We're going in circles trying to figure out how to get this knocker ring. Maybe the one thing I haven't tried is using the other rings with it.
I have no use for that.
And see, every time I try to grab it, it's burning hot.
Ouch! It's burning hot.
And I don't have any kind of item
I have no use for that.
like a glove or something insulating. Blueberries on the knocker.
No use for that.
Doesn't work. Chisel.
I don't need to carve that out.
And so the only thing we have here is the hint. I think I can use the knockers around the casino to exchange them for the silver versions the magician has. I just have to use the gloves, the olive oil, and the chisel. The receptionist has let's see, I just need to use the gloves, the olive oil, and the chisel the receptionist has. But those silver rings are too big. Maybe if I can give them to one of the guards, he can make them into smaller for me. That would make fine silver brass knuckles. So when we get to silver rings, we have to crush them. But the question is the gloves. Like, I don't have any gloves. There's nothing in my inventory as far as gloves. I don't see any item anywhere for gloves. Was there a point in the game where we could have had gloves? And we missed it?
Let me in.
Yes, of course.
Let's see, let's talk to the receptionist. Maybe she has some gloves.
Hi, miss.
Hi, Mr. Interrogator. I wish my desk was closer to the detention room so I could hear the scream. Your work is my inspiration.
Bye, miss.
So she has nothing to say. We'll just need to, I suppose, look at everybody's hands and see if anybody's wearing gloves. Nobody in this area is wearing gloves. Maybe there's some boxing gloves that I missed. There's a picture of boxing gloves. Oh, here's some protective gloves just sitting here. This is about the third time there's been an object that I've just not seen, and it's caused frustration. This was a consistent problem, the pixel hunting and in older point-and-click adventure games. Some people, some game creators managed to work around it pretty well. This creation, though, does the exact opposite, because it takes the new modern higher resolution and fills a scene with so much detail that nothing stands out as unimportant. So like this train here, this clearly should have been nothing. These crates should be gone. These crates in the foreground are probably fine to stay, but if there had just been one crate, I would have known immediately to go there. This thing looks like something that you might interact with. This thing looks like something you might interact with. The glass looks like something you might interact with. And when you're just overwhelmed with so many things in one scene that look like they might be important, you then just resort to right-clicking and seeing that there's apparently only two things that are important. And if you miss that, or if the right click doesn't work, which it hasn't in some places,
it's still warm inside my jacket.
It just makes the problem worse. Alright.
Let me in.
Yes.
I don't think there's any reason I'll need to come back this way. We've now got to trade our 3 rings with his 3 rings. And I imagine you don't have to chisel and snap them. I imagine we just hand back the other ones.
Can you do a trick for me or not?
The troll challenges the magician, unknowing the dangers of having his mind blown. The magician accepts the challenge.
And see, I think the magician is calling you an internet troll, not an actual troll.
Can you make that trick with the rings?
The magician feels insulted by the cheap trick's request, yet he will comply.
It's like, as a character, this isn't a very funny characterization.
See that all the rings are linked together.
So now we just switch these rings with the rings.
Hey, can I check out those rings?
Sure thing, but be careful. They're made of silver.
They seem pretty straight to me.
Okay, now it's time to give them back.
These rings are too big. I guess I will need them to be smaller in order to properly use them.
And now the magician puts away the rings.
And see, now we have the silver rings. The funny thing is, I said we might be finished probably an hour ago. It felt like we were going to be finished an hour ago, but now I'm not even willing to venture a guess. We may be finished in 5 minutes. We may be finished in an hour and a half, or longer.
Can you make this
I kind of know what we're gonna do.
Thanks.
So now we have 3 silver brass knuckles. Do we use them with the gloves?
I have no use for that.
Nope. So there's 2 ways we can win here with the brass knuckles. We could try to use them now before the fight with Dog, or we can use them in the fight.
Let's try sparring again. I think I'll get you this time.
Ho-ho! Let's see the little fly try to take on the heavyweight.
And I'll reach over and press the Z button and click the X button. So you have to wait till he is about to hit you, which is actually incredibly slow. Can I speed it up if I do this a lot? Maybe. Seems like it might speed it up a little.
Out! You son of a... Ho-ho! You hit like goat headbutts. Strong but purposeless. I will say, foolishly. Come and fight me at the big game. Then we see who is man and who is pig.
I'll make you cry in public, big man.
Is it time yet?
Yeah, I think I got everything I need to defeat that bastard.
So I probably could have just walked into this room
Give me your
and
medicine.
skipped that part.
Use this towel to clean myself up.
I can't believe you're doing this for me.
I
A
have my own
towel?
reasons to get in that game.
Where'd I get a
Wipe that
towel?
smirk off of that bastard's face. Anyways, I think it's time to go.
Oh, seems now we're fighting for real in front of a big audience. Don't feel bad if people make fun of you afterwards.
Dog,
And so he doesn't put on the
hurdles I
outfit.
jumped today.
I thought you would have been wearing the other
I need this.
disguise.
I will enjoy breaking your stupid face.
And I would sort of enjoy this as an idea too, but we haven't really been doing too much with Dog. I'm about to lose. There's way too much action going on here. Way too much action.
You all talk. I swipe floor with your tongue.
I'm not down yet, dog.
And seems like it's better to dodge first and then punch. I'm double clicking and it's not doing double the damage. There we go. It's doable, but it's way too much action for a point-and-click adventure game.
I'm going to shred you into so many pieces. Not even a bureaucrat with OCD could piece you back up again.
Dog, come on. The show's over. Let's go home.
My name is Wilkes Mondongo.
Has he been brainwashed or what?
Wolf is hungry for dog food.
Use spell book with... Like, what can I even click on? Like, there's nothing here to click on.
The signal doesn't make it this far. It's basically useless.
And that's way up there in the wrong place. And I was probably using these already, so that doesn't make sense.
I have no use for that.
And there's no hint here.
I don't need to carve that out.
Let's see. Book. Look at book.
It says here that I need to draw a ritual circle around the subject that's going across to the other side. To light a candle with a nice smell that soothes the body and opens the mind. To wear a silver chain to recite some words.
Yeah, I
rub
don't...
some gunpowder into the fire.
I don't have any of the items for that.
Asbestos safety gloves to handle hot things. I don't need directions here. Brass knuckles made of silver. Yeah, that's a deceptive name.
Blueberries. I'm moving the cursor everywhere. I don't see anything. Z's not doing anything, X is not doing anything. Those were the two buttons you would have been using. Clicking's not doing anything. Wait, I think I may have seen something. The mustache. So maybe I'm supposed to grab the mustache? Is this comic book related?
That mustache is in really bad taste. If you don't take it off, I will.
Oh no, my clever disguise.
Seriously? That's that whole scene?
It's Dog Mendonça!
Run, everyone!
What the hell, Pizza Boy? I was so close to paying my debt. I mean, solving the case.
Seriously? No one noticed but me? Seriously?
Gentlemen,
This is ridiculous.
our boss has called for you. Ricardo Forte wants to see you now.
So this is probably the point where we get tied up and the flashback is finally over.
Well. What have we here? Two little flies have
This is a different type of dialogue box in blue instead of white, and it's even smaller.
Cover behind your back. And I would have caught you if it wasn't for this Dumbo here.
Oh, don't blame the human. It would have taken a 5-year-old 2 seconds to see through your disguise. We liked having you here. While you were here, we knew exactly what you were doing. We knew we would have no surprises. And you left a considerable debt, if you were ever to get out.
I knew you lost all your money, you fat piece of turd.
Oh, please, like I could ever lose. I have a method, all right? It was them who cheated.
We were not counting on your human pet reaching this far into the cooking pot.
We're getting glitches on the visually of some flashing sprites over there again.
Okay, this time we're being interrogated. I need to find a way to turn the tables and get a confession out of him. But for now, it is best to play along.
And see, this might be the end of the game right here. So we can blame this one, we can play dumb, or we can blame dog. Who is this Thomas Cavier? I think he's Thomas Cavier, isn't he?
Well, Dog was out of the office, and I thought, what the hell? I should have some fun. The casino kicked me like the right place.
You came to the casino to bet, but you had no money. The cameras didn't register you playing any games. We searched you, and you don't even have a wallet. Now, tell me what you know. What brought you here?
So that was the wrong response.
This time, we're being interrogated. I need to find...
Let's blame Thomas Cavier.
Caveira sent me.
That's impossible. Caveira is dead.
How do you know? Did you...
I'm not the one being questioned here. But now that you mention Caveira, what do you know about his demise?
Interesting. Accused the gypsy curse. Yeah, I think the idea here is to say the wrong thing, so I just want to get this over with, so I'm just going to accuse the gypsy curse since I think that is the correct pick. Even though it's the wrong answer.
Who did it. You and I know who is chasing you in the shadows.
Yeah? And who is that?
She has black hair and emerald labyrinthian eyes. Eyes that carve deep into your soul.
Exactly who are you talking about?
The girl that Romero mentioned. The person who left the note. Let's go with the girl that Romero mentioned.
When I met Romero, he mentioned that you were all cursed.
And you believe in such things? Even us, who are used to dealing with stranger things than you'll ever witness, don't believe in gypsy curses.
I never said it was a gypsy curse.
You didn't need to. I knew Romero and his theories.
I was so sure I got him. Damn, he's good.
But now that you mention Caveira, what do you know about
And see, it just goes back 1 point. So I'm going to click through this.
Yeah, and
she has black...
And try the other answer.
The person who left the note.
Which note?
You know which one. If you saw Caveira's dead body, you obviously saw the note that said, "You are next." So, you either put the note there for someone else to find, or it was for you.
That could be anyone.
No, it was for someone specific. It was for someone that was going to visit Caveira and find his body.
And that leads you to believe that someone is after all of us.
Good. At least he recognized that there was an us to be after.
But now that you mention Caveira, what do you know about his demise?
So that didn't even work. So that didn't... So I guess maybe I have to go through all 3 of these?
You should know. Your mark is all over the place.
My mark? How so? What did you find on the scene that tells you I was behind this horrid incident?
Well, you were obviously connected. You had motives.
What makes you say so?
Press him about the films.
I saw what you did in those movies.
What do you mean?
I saw what you did to those other monsters. The things you filmed.
Those were special effects. Very good special effects. You have no way of proving the contrary.
But if they weren't, you would have a reason to kill him. To cut loose ends.
Look, human, I would like to know who killed him as much as you. It is, after all, in my best interest. Despite your accusations, I did not do it. If I would have done it, why would I do it now? Why not before?
Damn, I told him about the movies. Now he knows I know, and he is strangely calm about it. But he also raised a good question. Why would he wait until now to kill him?
Is this how the comics went? Did he interview people and trick people into confessing in the comics? I doubt it. I bet there's way more action in the comics than is in this game, if I was to guess.
Well,
comics, even graphic novels, have a tendency to be shorter than this game has been.
Only talking about you. You said that someone could be after us. That implies more than one person and or entity. And it's difficult to believe that Romero was someone powerful.
Yes, the three of us. We worked together in movies. You knew that already.
And, like I said, I believe those were not horror films. Those were snuff films.
And, like I said, those were special effects. You can't prove the contrary.
Romero seemed to think otherwise. He was filled with guilt about his work with you, especially about this particular girl.
It's a shame dead men tell no tales.
That could also be said about Caveira. He will remain silent forever, too.
And I'm questioning you to know what happened there. Aren't we running in circles with this?
Seems like we are.
Theory fits. Someone knows about something that you did and is hunting you down. If it's not you, who's behind these deaths? It must be a third party. Someone who knows what happened and is cutting loose ends.
And who could that be?
That's a question you should be asking yourself. Maybe a brother, a sister, a daughter?
They would have better chances telling the truth. Monsters would band against those who sold out their own kind.
And that's what will happen when the truth comes out. It doesn't matter if they have proof or not. A witch hunt will begin. And guess who is holding the broom and waiting for the torch?
Yes, it is also the reason why you won't be leaving alive.
What? Has he just confessed? What is it with this radical change of tone? So, you admit it? You admit killing all those monsters in your films?
I'm getting bored with this. It doesn't matter what I admit. If you leave here and start spreading the rumor, it would raise too many questions. And that's why I can't have you leaving this place.
Questions like...
Who were all the monsters in the movies? Why something so elaborate? Why put them on screen? What happened to the girl? And what's all this about a gypsy curse? Probably have to click on all of these, but let's just start with the top one.
Who were all those monsters in the movies?
They were nobodies. In the beginning, we pulled monsters from the streets. People no one would miss. Then, when I opened the casino, we cashed in on everyone that ended up with big debts. We slaughtered them in front of the camera to make some profit off their sorry asses. Everyone knew that getting in gambling debts was a bad idea in Lisbon. But they never found the bodies, so we kept on doing it. No one asks questions. No one cares. It's like free candy.
Why something so elaborate? Why put them on screen?
Barely even playing the game, just clicking dialogue.
Big breakthrough in the film industry. He became a cult director instead. His films didn't have much success on the silver screen, but with the revenue from VHS and DVDs, he managed to open his theme park. I guess that being independent pays off sometimes. Romero was, well, he was Romero. He was also looking for a breakthrough, but was rather, simple-minded. His big ego was happy to see himself on the big screen, and his mind could not conjure up questions. He got cold feet when he found out how we made all those effects, when he saw what I truly was. Me, it was a little more personal. When you are born strong, really strong, the whole world is made of toothpicks. Either you get careful, cunning, precise, elegant, or you get into a lot of trouble. I see all your bodies as made of twigs, and the sound of them cracking is too sweet. Have you ever broken someone's arm completely? It's like weaving wicker, like popping bubble wrap.
Honestly, I don't think there's room in the video game world for games with so little interaction. Like, there are movies and non-interactive forms of entertainment, like TV and movies. And then there is, and I think should be, a wide gap between that and video games. Video games, you need to push a button at least once a minute, at least once every 30 seconds. I would say you probably need to push a button or an analog stick at least once every 5 seconds. The vast majority of this game, I'm clicking once on dialogue and then I'm sitting for 2.5 minutes of conversation with nothing to do, even if I wanted to. It is incredibly boring.
What happened to the girl?
It's probably why I don't play visual novels. Also,
when she found out what we were doing, unlike Romero, she opposed it. I guess all vagabonds stick to their own kind, and that was her mistake. A mistake I took care of. And yes, she yelled a curse while she was bleeding, a lung punctured, hawking blood and words all the same. She said she would come back and hunt us down. She said that the last thing we would feel was abominable terror, and that we would die screaming, surrounded by the ghosts of our victims. It was delicious.
That's what I wanted to hear.
frankly, you know, his dialogue could be down here instead of covering up his forehead and eyes. This is poor placement of where the dialogue bubble should be. Of course, in the previous scene, the dialogue bubble was way off the screen, which is just more evidence this engine is not that great, or at least the people that are making and working with the engine aren't that great.
One thing still
Yeah,
bugs
put the
me.
dialogue
What
down
happened to
here.
dead bodies? How come no one found one yet?
Probably ate them.
Would you like to know? That's where we're headed.
And so finally, we're back to where the game started. We're at the Wax Museum.
Hotel Romero,
We now recognize it.
Romero again, the theme park, the casino, and now we're back here.
Yep, all while looking for you. And you were perfectly fine all along.
You don't know what hurdles I've been through. It all started.
I don't really care, dog.
Yeah, I'm not going to play a game where he shows his side of the description.
Are you telling me he pays you nothing for it?
Hey, don't say that. I'll never hear the end of it.
That doesn't matter. This is the end of the line. You will become just another trophy in my collection.
So everybody in this
Surrounded by all these ghosts.
statues.
What does that remind me of?
Please, save your breath.
And isn't this the Banshee right there?
Are you sure? Because this whole place seems like a recipe for disaster.
That won't sway me, Mr. Mendoza. It is you who have reached the end of the road. Any last wishes?
Now that you mention it,
Can Dog go first? My memories, a last dinner would be nice. Let's go with Dog going first.
can dog go first?
If that happens, I will haunt you in the afterlife, Pizza Boy.
It would be too much of a hassle to untie just one of you.
But if we're stuck together, our statues won't look as cool.
That wouldn't be a concern. Neither of you is the cool-looking type, anyway. The heat may scorch you, but you'll probably drown. I wonder what your faces will look like when the wax fills your lungs.
You are truly scary.
Let's see, let's ask for a last dinner.
A last dinner would be nice.
Fitting, as you're about to roast slowly.
Is that a yes? Can I choose the place to order it?
No.
So we go with my memories, and this might be the end of the game.
I always wanted to have my memoirs interpreted as a Broadway musical. We could do that. The choreography would be a little stale since hanging here gives us only so much movement.
Yes, we won't be doing that.
Come on, you have such a beautiful voice. It will be fun.
Even though I tied you to an overly complicated contraption, I'm still not a cartoon villain.
How about some water, I guess?
If I can't have a last dinner, how about some water?
That's actually a sound request. I'll bring you some water. Wait here.
Haha, I see what you did there, jerk. Okay, dog, what's the plan? How do we get out of here?
There's nothing to do but pray. I will ask Deus Ex Machina for salvation.
Deus Ex Machina is not... You know what? Forget it. Do your thing, and I will look for a way out.
Have a little faith. Deus Ex Machina always comes to those in need.
Don't say that. It makes you sound stupid.
Your face is stupid.
Deus Ex Machina being alliteration and explanations. Cheap ways to end your plays.
This, I wouldn't worry about it. Soon you'll both be drowning in wax.
Well, we're not the only ones who won't be dying alone. There are many ghosts around here.
I told you there is no such thing as a gypsy curse.
Haven't you heard our story so far? I saw her at the motel.
And I saw her at the office, and in the photo, and in the cinema.
If that's so, what does she look like?
She looks an awful lot like that statue.
Which statue?
Hey, where did it go?
This cheap ploy won't get the best of me.
Sure? I think my wolf senses are tingling.
There is no such thing as a gypsy curse.
Be careful with that water.
It can't be you, but gypsy curses aren't real. Oh, get away from me. You'll never get me alive.
Hey, be careful with that water.
Water and oil.
Haven't you seen on the intertubes what happens when you throw water into boiling wax?
Oh no! How can I help you?
I meant Pizzaboy's the idiot, not you, Nadja. Deus Ex Machina heard my prayers. Your boo was perfect. I almost soiled my pants.
Ew! Don't you dare! I'm literally stuck to your butt.
There must be some way or mechanism to set you free.
Wait, aren't you a wraith seeking revenge? What's going on?
It's complicated. Do you really think this is the right time to talk about that?
Pearl's right. We need to find a way out of here or we'll be swimming in boiling wax.
So am I gonna actually get to play? I guess I am. But let's see what we can do.
So your fault. If it wasn't for you, I'd have a normal, crappy job.
I never asked you to follow me around like a puppy without a home.
Yes, you did. Page 103, Volume 1.
It's open for interpretation.
Volume 1 had 103 pages? Wow.
Watch out!
See, and I'm in a weird position because I'm just not sure how much longer this is gonna go.
What? What happened? Dog?
Here, Pizza Boy. Help me out. He's really strong.
Hold him off. I'll find a way to help you out.
So let's grab Nadia's bracelet and hope it's silver.
Oh no. I don't know if she's a ghost or not. I just hope Ricardo Forza hasn't harmed her.
That was me, Pizza Boy. I fell on top of her and she blacked out.
That's not blacking out. Blacking out is forgetting things. She's knocked out.
I don't think she will be needing this bracelet. It looks silverish.
So let's just see if this is what we need to do. Just punch him with the silver bracelet.
I have no use for that.
Yeah, there's more to do. Here, we can see there's a peg leg, there's a shotgun. So often it's the case in games that I think there's only about 5 more minutes, and I even said I thought that it could be 5 minutes or an hour and a half, and that I'm gonna roll the dice and say that it's probably closer to 30 minutes than just 5 minutes to finish this game. Going through all these cases, I have to assume this is just extra. These are just concept art pictures and background stories. These very possibly were the characters in each of the 30 volumes of the comic book, but I don't think all of that's covered in this game. I think we're getting probably a new story, and that might explain why it's not as good too. The comic book might be actually great. Anyways, that's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.